All right, we got some specials on some of the Kobalt 40 volt stuff. But first, I wanted to kind of touch on, they got a new 24 volt battery coming out. It's the extended run ultimate output 8 amp hour battery. Don't really have a price or a release date or anything, but if I had to guess, MSRP is probably going to be 130, 140, 145 range, and that's just going off of the 4 amp hour battery. $70 for 4 amp hours, which is double it, call it 8 amp hours. And now we're at 140, 145 bucks, for this battery. Now, typically Kobalt batteries are not the most expensive. That's one of the positives about the Kobalt line. And even a couple years ago, 2 amp hour battery cost you $30. Now I think it's about $35 now, but either way, one of the cheaper batteries you'll find in most of these tool platforms that, are sold in big box stores. But anyway, enough of that. Let's hit some of the 40 volt stuff here. First up, you got the two pack of the 2.5 amp hour batteries. Each one of these by themselves, I think they're $80. Oh yes, $80 for one. So you're getting two for $99. Pretty good deal there. Then you got the 4-gallon plastic backpack sprayer for $80. This is going to be similar to the Ryobi backpack sprayer in the Milwaukee. I don't know anybody who has this. I've never used it, but the form factor is pretty much the same. What is it, the saying? The tool dictates the form. All drills are pretty much going to look similar because their function is drilling or driving. So therefore they look the same or similar. Same thing with these backpack sprayers. I mean, you can only make them look so differently because their form dictates the function dictates their form. So you're getting, most of your stuff's plastic, which might not be a bad thing. These should be pretty much interchangeable with other plastic sprayers and hoses and nozzles and whatnot. I don't really know. Don't know too much about it, but it looks like here you get probably a 2.5 and a charger for $170. But anyway, just as information for those of you in the Kobalt line or are interested in getting into the Kobalt line. All right, here we got the 40 volt mower. This is definitely one of their least expensive models. And for $269, I would have skipped over this one. See if we can get a little better. It's like you only get two options here. You get the side discharge or mulch. I don't know the deck. Usually the Kobalt mowers have a steel deck, and it looks like this one does have a steel deck. But either way, it's a 19-inch mower. At this point, paying this much money, $169 is not bad. It does come with a charger and the battery. I don't know if I would pay this much for this mower at $269. Would go up to one of their, bigger mowers, just because you're so close, relatively close to that price point anyway. Just my 2 cents on that. But if you're looking for a relatively inexpensive, lawnmower for around the house, this kind of gives you an excuse to get into the 40 volt line. It comes with a battery and charger. You get mulch mode, side discharge. You should get pretty good run time. Oh, and you're getting a 4 amp hour battery too. So it's not a bad way to go. Now here, you got a standard charger for $30. So pretty much half off. Now here's their 40 volt inflator. It looks like whenever you click the picture or whenever you click on the item, it doesn't show you a picture. So just from here, it looks like you've got the high pressure, low volume, and the low volume, high pressure, on each side respectively. Same thing with that Ryobi dual purpose inflator, which I really find handy quite a bit, especially during the summertime, and during like the sports season. It's pretty versatile. And here we got the 40-volt blower. Now, this is not one of the Kobalt's most high-end or most powerful 40-volt blowers. You get 110 miles an hour, and the CFM is probably up there a little bit because of that wide nozzle. Let's see. 480. I was going to guess in the 400 range. So 110 miles an hour, 480 CFM. Like I said, not their most powerful 40-volt blower that they have, but, it'll do. It'll get the job done. Is it just moving stuff around? Okay, did I already put... It looks like it keeps shuffling the cart around every time I go and look at something. All right, we got the string trimmer. Now, Kobalt has two different sort of string trimmers. This one, I don't believe, is the power head. It looks like it's a dedicated trimmer head, and I'll show you in just a second the difference. Let's get out of here. But anyway, $69. You do get a battery, so this is not a bad way to go either. And you do get a charger as well. You're probably getting a 2.5 amp hour battery. Or you getting a 2? So it's like you get a 2 and it. Kobalt's a little bit weird how they do their batteries. It looks like you have either a 2 or 2.5 or a 4, and it goes up from there. Now, here's where it's a little bit different. I'm not sure if that one was. Let's look at this again real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say they make two different units. One does have sort of a power head attachment where you can, have this hedge trimmer or the pole saw. Sad, I don't think this other one that was just a string trimmer. Why does it keep doing that? I know somebody is an expert down in the comments that will set me straight. I don't know, it might be. It's just hard to tell from this, but usually, because of this big head at the end of the shaft, usually that's where the motor is that drives the trimmer. And obviously, going to a pole saw or a hedge trimmer like this, there's really not a whole lot of, I don't know. But either way, $129 for the combo, not a bad price. You're getting probably a 4 or 5 with this kit. Or you're getting a 2.5. Thinking maybe at least be a 4, but either way, you're getting a 2.5 battery, 2.5 amp hour battery and charger with the, really two good attachments. Unless you're, these hedge trimmers here on the end of a pole can really sort of up your game a little bit when it comes to, shaping your bushes and your hedges, as opposed to trying to bend down there, with your traditional, handheld hedge trimmer. And really, these battery hedge trimmers do just as well on most hedges, as a gas-powered unit does. I don't know if you happen on that one. Right here we got their 2000 lumen work light for $40. Not bad either. You know, pretty affordable compared to some of these other lights. You know, it looks like they have a it's adjustable. You got a little hook on the back there. You can hang it. Doesn't look like it's... Oh, and you can plug it in as well. So that's a positive there. Definitely a plus that you can, you know, plug it up to an outlet, or you can run it with a battery. Looks like it swivels pretty much all the way around. So not a bad unit either. Even if you're not in the Kobalt line and you're looking for a work light, you know, to find a hybrid work light like this for the event that you may get into the Kobalt line at some point, you know, for $40, it's a pretty good little deal. And that's pretty much it. I'll put these links to these items below if you're interested in picking some of these up. Make sure I hit all of them. Myself, I might end up getting an extra charger. You know, if you remember, if you've seen the previous video, I do have that 40 volt backpack blower that really I can only charge one battery at a time. So maybe I might make a, you know, just kind of put these together and make like a little dual charger and can charge them both at the same time, because that would probably really would be helpful. But, you know, definitely is the time to get into some of this OPE stuff. You know, we're now getting into the full swing of winter, and a lot of you are going to start seeing some snow and no leaves. And, you know, get ready for spring. Now is the time to get ready for your springtime needs. All right, have a good one.